What's up, guys? This is CD.mp3 coming from the Norleague channel. Trippie just dropped his album Pegasus, and so I'm gonna be making a beat like that, particularly Sleepy Hollow, which is my personal favorite track on the album. So this is the sample I'm gonna be breaking down briefly, and then I'll be using that for the beat. Yeah, so it's pretty dark. Definitely has like an anthem feel. So the first thing I did was grab this contact trumpet sound from Session Horns right here. Lay down some pretty basic chords. This is just major chord, I think, and then bring the bottom note up, and I did that for all of these except for this, and then I made this a diminished. I just kind of took like the top note of this, and then add a couple top notes. It sounds like this. So for the top notes, I'd switch it up at the end. The chords are the same, but top notes at the end top notes at the end go up a little bit, which just kind of gives it more energy, makes it like build up more. And yeah, for effects on this, I don't think I did that much. Yeah, just like a basic EQ. Yeah. Isotope vinyl, just take out some like frequencies. Do a little bit of a vintage verb on there, just so it doesn't sound so dry. Next thing I just did the same chords on the piano, but I moved the middle note down. Light EQ. And another thing I did was, I forgot to say this, I made this a little bit wider for the trumpets, so it has more of like a surrounding feel. I mean, I didn't make it that much wider, but use this knob and just kind of like play with it. And then for like the last like chord layer, I used this FL default thing, which like I don't usually use that, but I found it and it sounded fine to me, so I just use this. And then this is just like a direct copy of the trumpet MIDI. I think I just raised it up an octave, and so all those together sound like this. Then for the top layers, top melodies, first thing I added is this. It's a philharmonic like flute thing. It just sounds like this. And then for the second half, I just lowered it. It just goes down. And then I messed with like the velocities a little bit. After that, added this. Simple. I actually had a ton of effects on this song, really. Altar Boy makes the pitch lower. Should be 12. But a little bit of halftime, just to make it like more depth. Space modulator gives it like kind of like a flanger effect. Makes it a little bit more stereo. Chorus, reverb, slight EQ, and then delay, just to make it sound like really big. And then I added this, and this kind of like goes with, it's like a flute type sound. It's a one shot I found in like this random like Foley kit, and I just wanted something to play like right when the chord stops, so it feels like something like interrupts it, if that makes sense. And then it's like a flute sound, so it interrupts, and then like the other flutes from the Philharmonic play at the end. Just cool, like add some variation. It sounds like a war type horn thing, so I thought that was cool. A little bit of EQ, good amount of reverb. Yeah, I had this percussion loop too. It's like barely noticeable, but it just kind of adds like some texture, fill up some some space. And I just added space modulator again and EQ, just take up some space. So that sounds like this. For this section, I found like this, it was from like the same Foley kit as the flute, and it's just like a weird, it's like a guy, I literally have no idea what this is. I think it's just a guy screaming, but it sounds like a siren. Thought it was cool. Added pretty much, I think it's reverb and EQ, but just adds more energy when it brings into when it comes in the second part. Then I took out the Philharmonic flute at the end, and I added this, and I did this, and this is like a violin type thing. It gives it like a horror movie, like suspense type feel, if that makes sense. And like the fast notes that are like really short, and the fact like they're all like one step apart from each other in the scale just adds tension. And then I mess with the velocities a lot just so it really sounds like a real player. I think this is actually a one shot. Another thing, this is some sauce. People sleep on this. If you go in the filter cutoff in the MIDI down here, you can mess with that. And then the last thing I added was this, which is just kind of like throws the listener off guard. Nothing else like before this part in the sample sounds like it. So I thought it was cool. It just follows the chords, but like arpeggiates. And then for the final, I just did EQ, cut out everything below 30 hertz. So, alright, now I'm gonna get into the drums. And I'm gonna use this template I made. Just has some basic drums loaded up, and like lays out the sections. Just makes it easier for workflow. Gonna get rid of this. I used to do this, don't do this. I'd have like a little like reverb section in between like parts of samples so it didn't click. Don't do that. So I grab this sample, throw it in here, make sure it's on time, stretch, and then the first track I have linked just gives the EQ. So yeah, I think I'm gonna just lower this a little bit. Gonna use a rim shot. I think I have one down here. Yeah. Get this really like crunchy sound hi-hat or open hat. Just leave it like. In my mind, I just hear like a roll like right here. I think we're just gonna bring this over, raise them up, not that high though, like. something like that. Gonna copy this over. I'm gonna switch out this snare. This is a cool snare. Do something like this. I think that's good for percussion. Really don't want to like overdo it. There's already a lot going on with the sample. I'm gonna do the 808s. I'm gonna use the classic. The spins. And then I think I'm actually gonna move this here. Now I'm just gonna add a kick. Basically wherever the 808 hits, except like certain spots like this. So that's the beat. Just gonna quickly mix and lay it out. That's gonna do it for this tutorial. This is CD.mp3 from the Norleague channel. And yeah, be sure to like, subscribe, follow me on Instagram. My @ is in this direction, bottom of the screen. Yeah.